Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to strike the last word.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Thank you so much for holding this important markup so that we can take action on saving lives. Nearly 9 years ago, I lost my son Jordan to gun violence. And not a day goes by that I don't think about him. He was just only 17 years old, full of hopes and dreams for the future. Far too many parents know exactly that pain. And like many of them, I turned that pain into action, calling for change so that not another parent would lose their child to gun violence. Across the country, survivors, families, and advocates have demanded that we do more to save American lives. Some states stepped up, passing extreme risk protection orders, or as we call them, red flag laws, that empowered loved ones and law enforcement to take action and keep families safe before it's too late. But as a country, we didn't do enough. We haven't done enough. In 2018, we lost 17 more lives, including 14 more young people at the shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. The world watched in horror as children the same age as my son Jordan, came streaming out of that school with their hands up in the air, terror on their faces. That is when I knew that we had to do more, and I decided to run for Congress. After Parkland, more states took action to save lives of our children and our families. Extreme risk protection orders are now available in 19 states and also the District of Columbia. These laws are life-saving tools to keep firearms out of the hands of those that pose a danger to themselves or to others. They have been passed by state legislatures controlled by Republicans and Democrats and signed into law by governors of both parties. And these laws are truly saving lives. And we American deserves access to this life-saving tool. And that is what my bill provides. Too often we are told that we must accept gun violence. We're told that no single piece of legislation can prevent every incident. And we are also told that instead of changing our laws, we must have more lockdown drills, more security guards, more bulletproof glass, more vigils for those that we have lost. But we also see time and time again that someone knew a shooter was dangerous. Someone knew the shooter had weapons. Someone knew the shooter was filled with violent thoughts, or even that a person was thinking of taking his own life. Too often someone knew, but no one had a tool to do anything about it. The bill that we're marking up today will guarantee nationwide access to this critical tool. With extreme risk laws at the state and federal level, we can prevent gun violence, including mass shootings, suicides, and all the horrific events that do not make our headlines. These events fill our calendars with reminders of those that we have lost, from birthdays that we still observe to celebrate the time that we had together, to memorials for victims lost to acts of hate. Today is one of those all too common days. 3 years ago today, a man entered the Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh and shouted, "All Jews must die," and opened fire. In the weeks before the shooting, he made anti-Semitic and xenophobic comments online. Just hours before the shooting, he posted an anti-Semitic remark and added, "Screw your optics, I'm going in." He killed 11 people and wounded 6 others, including 4 police officers. It was the deadliest attack on American Jews in the United States history. More than 100 people die each and every day as a result of gun violence. And every single day that we fail to take action, mothers and fathers across this country will live through the same nightmare that I have. Every single day that we fail to take action, siblings and spouses will feel the same agony, the same grief that comes with losing a loved one. More than 100 Americans a day, more than 100 families, 100 communities, 100 people. It is our responsibility to prevent this suffering, to bring an end to this constant heartbreak. Inaction is absolutely unacceptable. Today, we act to help those that are in crisis. We act to empower law enforcement, and we act to prevent the vigil for the loved one that we have lost. I thank my colleagues who have co-sponsored this legislation and the many advocates and survivors who continue to fight to end gun violence in this country every single day. I ask my colleagues on this committee to stand with me in supporting this legislation. Together, we have to save lives. We must save lives. The American public deserves that, and I yield back the balance of my time.